here.
Yo, 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 yo. My mic is off. My mic is off, but it's on now, people. Big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Had a lot of things to take care of before I could start the stream, but we are here, people. We are into the game already. 18 minutes have been played. Luckily, we have not missed any goals. Big up to each and every one of you. I see some people already in the Discord. I tried to just start the game and throw it in there for people that were needing to watch it that way. Big up, Oran. Yeah, man, I see. Or realize that your sister or your wife. Big up yourself, Oran. Big up Float. Big up Chorus. Up top, up top. We're here for the final, people. Tapper versus Speed. Cavalier versus Mount Pleasant. Busy Atkinson versus Ming and Cummins. So tonight the starting lineups go like this, people. In goal, Tafari Chambers, clearly the new #1 of Mount Pleasant as we speak. Center backs Kyle Ming and Cummins. Right back tonight is Sule McCullough. Left back is Kimoni Bailey. In midfield, they have a double pivot of Jashawn Anglin and Clifford Thomas. Slightly ahead of them in the center attacking midfield role is Johnson Judy. And then we have on the right-hand side, 16-year-old sensation Franco Celestine from Haiti. On the left, Devante Campbell. And up front tonight, no Raheem Edwards, no Nicholas Nelson. The coach has elected to start Daniel Green as the striker. For Cavalier in goal, Vino Bartlett. Center backs, Richard King, Javon Eleng. Left back is Christopher Ainsworth. Right back, Jerome McCleary. Centrally in midfield, they went for Shamar Watson and Dwayne Allen. Then the three behind the striker, John Mara Calvin, Dwayne Busy Atkinson, and Jamilio Richters. Then up front, Shaquille Stein, the Surinamese, is fit enough to start. The 12-goal man this season is in the starting lineup, so that's a plus for Cavalier. As I said before, people, it's 0-0. We are now at the 20th minute, and we're going to enjoy this JPL Super Final. We have the score showing on the ticker on screen, so you guys can see what is going on. I'll update it if we do have a score, and also you'll see the result of the third place match, Arnett versus Montego Bay, the Junglists getting the better of the team from the second city, 4-2. So they will be headed to the Caribbean Club Shield. Of course, as you know, Arnett played in it last go round and were the champions, eventually ending up in the Champions Cup as well. So they will look to have a similar competition ahead of them, at least getting to the final, so that can get them into the CONCACAF Champions Cup. People, my eyes are all over the place because my Knicks are also playing. That's not why I started the stream late, people. It had nothing to do with it. But if you see me looking at the screen as well as the laptop or the machine screen, then yes, that is what I'm looking at, people. So we are multitasking, you know? So there's a free kick on the top of the box. Really set up for a left footer. It's on the right side. Kimoni Bailey is over it as well as Daniel Green. Usually Daniel Green takes ownership of most of the set pieces if he's on the pitch for Mount Pleasant. But this is a better angle for Kimoni Bailey. So let's see what they go with here. I think it's going to be Kimoni Bailey based on where I see Judy's trying to screen the goalkeeper. But let's see. Bailey steps over it. Here's Green. Hits into the wall. Cleared by Allen. Long strike blocked by King. Half-hearted appeals for penalty, but nothing doing there. Cavalier trying to have a transition opportunity, and they get it wide to Calvin. Calvin down the wing. This one's too busy. Flicked into Stein. That's brilliant. But good covering from Mount Pleasant here. But they give it away in their box. And Calvin is not swift enough I think Thomas cleaned that one up in the end. Good header on by Daniel Green. Here's Devontae Campbell. Yet to see him really get going down this left side. Judy's tackled well from behind by Busy. Dueling number 10s there. Battling in the middle of the park. Cavalier in possession. Here's Richard King. It's a couple step overs. Plays it to his defensive partner, Leng. Cavalier doing a good job of really spreading out the field of play. Lots of width. Mount Pleasant not able to really get close to anyone. And no call on the sideline here. Coming away with it is Watson. Ainsworth over the top. That's not a bad ball. Here's Stein looking to shield in the box. And he's just out muscled in the box there. Hands go up appealing, but I think that would be very harsh. A lot of space down the right-hand side for Franco, but it's blocked out. Here's Busy Atkinson on the ball. Looking for a runner. Decides to keep it calm. Here's Shamar Watson. Good ball. This is Calvin. Calvin has played on the left so far today. Usually we see him on the right-hand side, but that's a little tactical tweak from Speed that we have noticed. Richter's playing more off the right, and Busy really has the freedom of... Oh, and that's a missed opportunity. That was into the box for Shaquille Stein. He could not get a clean header on it. And that's a problem. Yo, Charles, big up yourself, bro. Yo, please, people, smash the like button. I notice on these watch along sometimes, a lot of people watch it. I cannot get the likes up on the video star. So please, people, do me that favor. Please do like the video. Please do like the video, people. That's a great way to show your support and also let people know that we're live. I know they may be wondering why I would start a live when the game starts, but better late than never, people. Peter Gould in the stands, looking on. Looking pretty relaxed at the moment, but I'm sure that stress level will increase. Later into this game, it's still at 0-0. And this, to me, is actually good for Cavalier. I know they're a transition team and everything, but I don't think they want to get into a track meet with a Mount Pleasant team with far superior depth in their squad. I think these players need to ensure that they conserve as much energy as they can for that final push when Mount Pleasant are sure to go to their bench to try to change things. I don't think Cavalier will have the same luxury. I think the drop-off is a little bit more steep for the Cavalier players waiting in reserve. Shamar Watson called for a foul on Franco there. So it's very different from what we saw against Mobe in both legs. Franco just proving to be a terror, especially in the first half of the games. Hasn't been able to get going just yet. Speed did mention that you don't necessarily have to beat the team, just take out a player. I'm sure he wouldn't tell us who that player was supposed to be, but as of right now, it's looking like Franco is one for sure. Can definitely see the emphasis on not getting him going in the game. Stadium looks to have a decent crowd though. It must be said. Mount Pleasant always travel very well. And I think, the game was marketed as a party and a celebration of music and football and entertainment. And the good thing is that they have really come out, which is nice. There's Dennis Strong in the stands as well. Repping Jamaica with the JFF Jamaica Reggae Boys and Girls home kit. Had a financial update yesterday, and yeah. Oh, your daughter. Big up to Miss Oriella. I expected a bigger crowd, especially since the holiday. Maybe Savannah Park is a better option going forward. Well, to be honest, this is probably similar to what they got for Sabina, but of course, the optics of Sabina with not as much seating capacity, it looks better. But no, the bleachers I would say from goal line to goal line is pretty crowded. Obviously, they haven't filled in behind the goals. That's usually the last thing to fill in, but we are getting the shot of the grandstand, which I don't think is quite as full as the bleacher side. So yeah, we're not getting the best shot. Hopefully they can give us some more angles so we can see, because the bleachers look to be really crowded. But it could be right here. I'm interested to hear the numbers. I know I want to say last year they were saying that they got like 10,000 for the final or something like that. So we'll see if they get there again. But I saw some footage on social media of the bleachers and it looked pretty good. Yeah, the 2023 final was a good atmosphere. Last year was good as well, atmosphere-wise. I don't think it's dead in there today though. And as I said, we are not really seeing the best angle to see the fans because the bleachers is packed. Grandstand is not nearly as packed as the bleachers. The grandstand people gone country. Whipped in. Ooh. Franco plays it back. That's Cummings. That's well played into midfield. Time and space for Clifford Thomas. Plays it beautifully to Judy. Here's Bailey on that gun foot. Decided to try a cross and it was cut out by Richters. Can only go as far as Campbell. Campbell drops it back to Bailey and looks like Mount Pleasant will reset. Cummings in his own half. Switches the play. This is Jashawn Anglin. Anglin. Easy does it to McCullough into midfield. He plays it wide now to Franco. Franco drops it back to Anglin again. Anglin with acres of space. Decides to clip one into the box. Good header down. Cut out by King. And there's a whistle for offside on the diagonal pass from Anglin. Looks like Green was the guilty party there. Knicks update, 22-21 Indiana, first quarter. I don't know if anybody keeping up with this series, but the Knicks had a crazy loss in game one. The other team was down like 14 with like 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes. And this brother from Pacers, whom we never hear about yet. Well, never hear about him shooting like that yet. This man made like 6. I think he went 6 for 6 in the fourth quarter from 3. Madness. So yeah, this man come out and hit 2 already early in this game, and I was like, damn, the man really gonna do it from now on forever. McCleary on his left foot. It's a wayward cross, easily cut out by Anglin, who decides to just blast it away. Not sure if that was necessary, but Anglin is not the most calm player in the world. So here's King, raking diagonal ball to the far side. Good jump. Calvin has finally gone to his. Actually, no. Calvin and McCleary always mix me up, man. They look so similar. How was McCleary getting on the end of that one? Good header back across, but there was no one really reading it. And I think if I'm the coaches right now, if I'm Rudolph Speed, I'm happier with the first half. I think they have really limited Mount Pleasant's attempts on target. I think all I can remember Sparklet having to save was a long shot from Anglin from outside the box. They have been very solid, defensively sound. The danger players, the wingers, haven't really been able to get going 1v1 against the right and left back. So I think all in all, they're doing a decent enough job nullifying. And there is the first challenge on Franco, and it was late. I think Richter's took him out there. Shane Nation taking the calm approach, having a word with Richter's. Got a little bit on the ball, but I think it's a foul is the right call. He might not have gotten any of the ball actually now that I'm seeing it again. Knicks up by 2. Let's go. 35 of you in the building, people. We should have at least 35 likes, people. 35 likes. The goal for this stream is 100 likes. I think it's more than possible as well. People pass throughout the duration of a match. So yeah, man, please do get that like number up to 100. That's big. Knicks up. Cavalier, definitely you can tell, even though they know that they have the deadly transitions, they do not want to rush this football game. Every opportunity on set pieces, throw-ins, they are just making sure they do everything at the right pace. Here's Calvin. Finally pops up on this right side where he's more familiar. Drops it back to Busy. Busy tries to turn, loses his footing, and then can't keep control of that football. The field just gave out on him trying to hold off Kyle Ming there. I'm sure they have had that battle many times over the years in training at Cavalier. I always wonder when you're an attacking player or a defender, if you know an opponent, who do you think has the advantage more? The attacker or the defender? Because to me, whenever I know a defender's tendencies, I found it much easier to beat them. So, you know, if a player like Busy who's trained with Ming and seen him up close, you know. BM say, I'm looking forward to seeing Busy in the Unity Cup, yeah? Hopefully him don't have bad luck. It seems like every time a Jamaica team call and there's a large contingent of local players in it, Busy always seems to find himself injured at the wrong time. So my hope for him is that he can get through this game without any problems. That's really good closing. Oh, and that's going to be unforced there. Ainsworth was trying to calmly head it back to Bartlett, but just didn't get the right contact. And it goes out for a corner, one that was really cheaply conceded. I don't think Ainsworth realized he wasn't under much pressure. Probably could have let that ball bounce and shield it, but wasn't to know, didn't want to take a chance. And maybe in the pressure of a final game, those are the type of things you might see happen more often. But it's going to be a corner to Mount Pleasant from that right-hand side. Kimoni Bailey with the in-swinger coming up. Used to be known as the Ras, but can't really call him that anymore. I wonder if he's the ball head now. McCleary and Ming familiarizing themselves with each other again. Bailey goes short. Wayward pass, but it's worked out to the back post now, flicked in. Ooh, and Ming did get on the end of that one. You can know that he liked his chances against the younger McCleary there. Ming is not a giant, but has always been very competent in the air, whether on the attacking or defensive side. I think his timing and jumping really what separates him. It's not really his just natural stature, but very athletic player and intelligent as well. So usually has really good timing. And the ref lets that play on, and actually Franco is called for the foul. And here's the first time you see Cavalier actually trying to transition. Here's Busy. Busy has one in front of him, whips it across. It's cut out by Cummings, and he takes no chances, blasting that one upfield. Headed out by Watson. Controlled in midfield by Allen. Poor giveaway Richter's. Watson did well. Good turn by Busy. Busy lost his footing again. He's having trouble on the pitch today, like a lot of the players normally do on this field. Angling does well. This is better from Mount Pleasant, keeping possession. And Thomas will never force that pass. He will always play the right one. This is good movement from Mount Pleasant though. Players popping up in different areas. Johnson Judy gone out wide a bit. Exchanges passes with his countryman, Franco. Ming over to Cummins. Cummins driving forward. That's a good through pass to Campbell and well defended by McCleary. Proven to be a trusted part of the team over the last season and a half or so, I would say. Jerome McCleary seemed to have found a home at right back as well. Was always just a utility guy. You know, when players were out, he would fill in no matter what the role was. I think I said the other day I've seen him play everywhere except for striker and goalkeeper. This man goes everywhere, bro. 30 seconds behind. Jano. Try refresh then, cause I'm watching the app too. So just like close it out and then just open it back up. You might have just like got a lag and got stuck behind or something. So let's see. Mount Pleasant have been pretty good from set pieces. Let's see if Green can offer up a good delivery here. It's going to be an in-swinger in a dangerous area just by the corner flag. A little bit away from the line, so you have that angle to really trouble Vino here. Any little slight touch heading towards him could end up in a goal. Referee unhappy with some pushing and pulling in the box, so here's the whistle now. In-swinger, and that's poor from Daniel Green. Over the bar. Head in hands in shame. Apologizes to his teammates there. But not the quality you want to see in a final, or any match for that matter. It's going to be a goal kick to Cavalier. Watson goes long. It's cut out. This could be problems. Ooh. Franco went for the one-time shot off his right foot. Vino had it covered though. Tells his defense just keep their heads a bit. Really the first unforced error I can remember so far this half, and Mount Pleasant almost made them pay. So quick to turn defense into attack. Judy slips him through, and Franco on his weaker right foot just never got his foot around that shot. Always missing to the near post. Tapa still has the same expression, very calm. Richard King at walking pace brings it forward. Now being pressured by Johnson. He goes short. Allen over the top on the left. This one's in the air too long, well cut out by Sule. It's going to be a throw-in. Ainsworth drops it back to Watson. Watson. Richters. Watson back to Richters. Richter switches the play over to Leng. Leng into the central. Busy. Tries to filter it through, but it's cut out. And Daniel Green has acres of space to run into. And that was a reckless approach taken that time by Richters, but it worked for him. I think if Green looked up a split second earlier, he would have been dead. Here's Campbell. Really been a passenger the last 15 minutes. Haven't seen much from him at all. And to be honest, this playoffs, well, he's only played 2 matches, but in both of those matches, I didn't think he was at his best either. Still high hopes for the kid from a lot of Jamaicans, but I don't think he will probably tell you personally this season hasn't been or gone the way he would have wanted it to, especially, you know, based on what we saw last playoffs and how on fire he was for Mount Pleasant. Tafari Chambers on the ball. Goes long. King is under that one. He heads it out. Second ball going to be picked up by Judy. What a turn away from Ainsworth there. Good ball to the feet. And O'Shane Nation does call the foul. Richard King can't believe it. Daniel Green, let's see if he used some cheek here to get this foul or it was indeed a foul. Leng and King seems to be confused. Let's see the replay. It's a great turn from Judy in the beginning. I think Leng had things under control. It was too eager. A bit too eager there to win the ball. Leng will probably tell you that he needs to be stronger and not dive, but I think he did get fouled there. That's not a foul, yo. Angling over this one as well as Green. I think they might veto Green this time after his last set piece. Let's see. So Green and angling over this one. Angling, I would think, would be more of a pile driving strike, even though his run-up looks like he's going for the curler. And it is left to angling. And yeah, I didn't think angling had that technique, you know. And that one flies way over the bar. His name is Rooney, but that was not kicked like Rooney at all. That was kicked like angling. All right, so we are pretty much right on the halftime mark almost. We have about 30 seconds to the full 45 minutes. And yeah, I'll say that this one has been a slow burn so far. I think both teams are pretty cautious. Nobody wants to be the team to blink first. And that has played itself out in this first half. Still no goals. And busy just being crowded out there, wants a call, not getting any protection. And that's good pressure in there from Allen that time to force the mistake, throwing to Cavalier. I think Daniel Green's going to have to step up his game if he wants to stay on this pitch longer. I think it's safe to say that so far the Daniel Green up front has not really worked out. And now it is going to be halftime. O'Shane Nation calls the time on the first half. 0-0 here in the National Stadium. Hasn't been the spectacle the fans would have wanted in terms of goalmouth action and enterprising play, but a tactical battle so far would be a better description of this first half. So first half in the books, people. First half in the books. So what you guys think about the first half? Boy, it's a tough watch so far, you know, I must say, because The pitch ain't doing them no favors, and yeah, the pitch ain't doing them no favors. Um, it's not looking good. People, you remember the Inter Miami match versus Cavaliers? Wasn't the pitch half decent that day? So I guess when Messi playing them, they make sure it's nice. The pitch is disgusting. That is true. Players having a problem. That is true. Need more improvisation with set pieces. Yeah, it's all very, vanilla. They're just doing what is expected. Man, them sell the JPL for you and take up. Yeah. Well, look, I when they condensed the time of the whole situation, I was like, okay, they've obviously done that to get players, available to go to the Unity Cup. But my concern was always, bro, 5 games in like 14 days. That's not easy. So like Cavalier today, you have to rate them because the quarterfinal was like what, Friday night, and the next game was Monday. Then them play Thursday, Sunday, and now them play what is Friday. So yeah, this was the longest break them get, but still, bro, it's a lot of football that. OG Wade said Savannah pitch is way better. It allows the ball to flow. Can't believe National Stadium pitch looks so. What have they been doing? Look how long ball not play at the stadium. Well, OG, them have events there all the time. Remember, Grand Slam track was there with a whole bunch of equipment in the middle of the field. I think they have had other track meets as well, where people on the field. I think they've had events, and there's always stuff going on even when football not play. They changed the dates so players can be available. Yeah, they did. Bless up Tuffy Rudy Wagwan. Jamaicans are partying the holidays away. Yeah, when they were announcing it was this day and like, oh, it's Labor Day, people should come out. I said, brother, most of the culture Labor Day time, especially for town people, is to go somewhere for that weekend. Go on the North Coast, go stay close to the beach, whatever. So yeah, I wasn't really feeling that it being Labor Day would have helped the turnout at all. I actually thought the opposite. Like if this was actually just a Friday after work, I think they would get a better crowd. What a shot. Let's go. Nobody with the celebration then, brother. Nothing not done yet. Yeah, BM is tough. I expected a more entertaining final. Looks like some of these players might be distracted with the Unity Cup coming up. Well, look, who how many players? So Tafari Chambers, Mount Pleasant, 1. Kyle Ming ain't in the Unity Cup squad, no. Fitzroy Cummins ain't in the Unity Cup squad. I don't know how. Kimoni Bailey not there. So Soleil McCullough playing, that's 2. Anglin ain't in the Unity Cup squad. Who else I play? Devante Campbell not in there. Daniel Green in there. So Mount Pleasant have 3. Now Cavalier. King 4. Ainsworth not going. Leng not going. Allen Watson no. Busy 5. Calvin not going. Richter's definitely not going. Stein definitely not going. So 5 out of the 22 players are in the Unity Cup squad. So I guess maybe those 5, those players will be useless at Unity Cup. They are already tired and now at the jet lag plus the body get accustomed to the different climate. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's at least it's like the warmer time in England, so it shouldn't be like a big. Well, it's gonna be not as hot for sure, but yeah, finals are always tough to watch. To be honest, not always. Argentina, France comes to mind. That was a good one. I thought the Europa League final was a tough watch. But yeah, I mean, I would say more often than not, finals are very cagey. More often than not. Big up David J. What go on? The pitch make wingers look like they're incompetent and they're not. My Bex. Jano, this more watching a sports max. Show the damn concert, man. Da Vinci. Can't believe that's condition of the field for World Cup. Yeah, bro. It's what May 23rd. Them say miracles happen, but them gonna need 1 in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I guess. What I want to know is how does a player go from breaking the clean sheet record to bench? Um, well, I always take all these records this year with a grain of salt, because it's the first time JPL playing a 39 game season. That's the first thing. Second thing, everybody that I know from Mount Pleasant that actually know the club said that Tafari Chambers was always the number one. That's why we're number one. But he got injured, and Shaquan Davis did so well that they couldn't bench him again. So, yeah, I don't know. But it is a bold, very bold step or move by Tapa. But those in the know from Mount Pleasant side say it's not really that bold. The guy is actually just better. Yeah, Spurs versus United. That's the same one. I was like, that was hard to watch. Your body takes at least 2 days to be ready. Remember, it's a big time difference. Yeah. I think the time difference will play a bigger part than just the just like the climate part. 'Cause I don't think it's as it's not like they're going in the winter or something. It's summertime. Who has the better play so far? I think because I would say probably Cavalier, because Mount Pleasant, like, put it this way, I think in the locker room, Tapa cussing more. I think Speed is like, hey, we'll have them where we want them, keep the game close. They're not really getting in behind, they're not overloading us. We're doing pretty good. So I would say, I don't even know if they played better, but I think Speed is the happier of the two coaches right now. Because it would be a stretch to say one side played better. Because to be honest, neither one of them really played in the first half. It wasn't that much football being played. Mount Pleasant for the win. Second half will be more entertaining. Congrats, Arnett Garden. Yeah, man, big up to Arnett Gardens. Headed back to the Caribbean Club Shield again after winning 4-2 earlier in the third place matchup. I'm not a JPL fan, and after watching semis, I was intrigued to see the final. And you do the players that, yeah, I mean, you could see that the ball runs a lot smoother on the Sabina Park field. I have played at both places. I mean, it was a long time ago, but it has always been the case that Sabina Park is one of the flattest, nicest pitches. Um, I know that for like full professionals that play there, they don't love how hard that pitch area is, or the wicket area is. But the field itself, man, it definitely is definitely the flattest. And it just has a good amount of grass, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty. I remember loving it. Don't remind me about the Europa League final. I'm still drinking away my sorrows. MPA is doing well with Cavalier's transition. Yeah, Rob Smith, I think they've been doing the transition on the handbrake though. Like, I only remember 2 times where they actually looked like the Cavaliers that I know transitioning. I think Speed is very wary of. I think Speed knows that his players are running on their last legs, and he doesn't want, even though that's a good advantage for them, he doesn't want them to be, busting it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth too much. So I remember Busy had one break down the left that kind of broke down, and I remember one other one down the right. But other than that, it's been a little more methodical than I thought it would be from Cavalier, to be honest. So I don't think MPA, while they have done well with the few, I don't think MPA has been under that transition pressure like you would think. Honestly, I know the players are exhausted, but it being a final, sometimes adrenaline carries you through. Yeah, I think honestly this game is badly in need of a goal. I think if a goal scored, that adrenaline you're talking about comes in, the crowd gets into it, and the crowd actually spurs them on some more. All right, people, I'll be right back. Let me play this brief intermission. I shall return. Mercy's back at 14 now. I can't just blow them up. 46, 45 minutes. Alright, people. Just because I'm a person of my word, and I'm here to do this final. Okay? Because I could easily just say no. So smash the like button and send some super chat. Super chats. Yo, 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 yo. We don't miss nothing. All right, we're good people, we're good people. We are back, we are back, we are back. People, I'm still tuning in. That's lovely. Honestly, I know the players are exhausted. Okay, we read that already. All right, people, we're into the second half. There was one good break for Mount Pleasant, but Giovanni Leng, Cavalier's best defender, cut it out, no problem. Yes, I said it, people. Cavalier's best defender. I didn't stutter. All right, I should say this. Cavalier's best player in terms of defensive actions. Let me just say that then. I think he's actually does defending better. The JPL should adopt the Super Bowl model, show the artist performing. Yeah, I that would be nice. I mean, they said they advertised it as well. But I guess, you have to leave something for the people that go. You don't want it to be a situation where they say, well, we would go in, but we can't see the artists them at halftime. So maybe that's why they don't do it. I don't know. But I would think that Sportsmax would want to show that as well. Help their viewership. I mean, they showed a glimpse of Ja Vinci performing, but not much. I'll just wait for the clips on social media. I'm sure it will be dropped on YouTube shortly. People, 48 of you in the building. How we doing on the likes? Let's look at the poll as well, see where we're at. So it's a very tight vote today. 55% to Mount Pleasant, 45% to Cavalier. So I'm going to keep the poll running for a little bit longer and then I'll close it off. I see 71 votes. We better have 71 likes. 29 likes and 71 votes. 73 votes. Come on, people. Smash that like button. Get the likes up to 50 quick and fast, man. Come on. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. I'm done telling you some of the Knicks I play and the game I play. Me I commentate. Me I do all kind of things, people. The least thing I can do is drop the likes on the video. And somebody send a super chat, man. I stop going so too. I run my lights, See big studio lights I run. It's alright if you can't drop no super chat, but just like the video, people. Come on. Good tackle by Nation there. Playing midfield for Cavalier all of a sudden. Gets the game back playing. Clifford Thomas always seems like he has plenty of time. Devontae Campbell spins away from McCleary. Good covering again. Giovanni Leng. Best defender for Cavalier. Big up. Best of them, Boss, Brando, CB, Chris, Johnny, J-Ray, King Expert, Lucky for Life, all in the Discord, tuned in. And big up to Sports Max for bringing the game. So this game look like you're going to go down to the wire again, you know, man. My heart can't take them game, you know, man. Knicks up by 2. 1 second leave in the second quarter. What a flick there. Atkinson couldn't get it through. Almost was inch perfect on the through pass. The Mount Pleasant players, you know, that facial expression of Clifford Thomas looks like he knows he's in a battle today. Chambers is down. Staple of JPL goalkeepers needing treatment. Usually see it 2 to 3 times a game. Never fails. Game boring. Both teams now want to lose. This going penalties. Well, sometimes, you know, when teams keep facing each other, it gets like that, you know. Tactically, they just cancel each other out. They're so familiar with each other. Jason, Racers Grand Prix are on June 7th. Our World Cup game is 3 days later, and that field will be far from ready. Absolutely. You know, when there's a track meet, there's a lot of random people on the field. You know, they have hopefully there aren't any throws taking place that day, because that's really can do a number on the field as well. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. When I saw the field for the Inter Miami game, it made me realize that if they really try, they can at least make it presentable. This field looks like they did not do any, you know, honest prep work to get it ready for tonight. They just said, you know, the match coming up, all right, let's just make sure we paint the lines, and the field is what it is. But we need to care as much about the JPL final as we do about Messi playing Cavalier. And that's just what it boils down to. Oh, just JPL final, man. We're not forget no emergency care before that. And that's just the mentality and the mindset, you know. We have to love it enough to put in the work to fix the field. It won't fix itself. King goes long. Tried to shield it out, but couldn't do it. And the cleanup man is there again. Clifford Thomas boots it downfield. First ball won by Cavalier. Good header. A little head tennis here. Nobody can get the ball down. This is played one time. And that's now Franco on the right side. Cutting in. Finds Johnson. Johnson has been on the periphery of the game. Let's see if that can change. And Daniel Green again with a poor touch. And really has not repaid the trust the manager put in him tonight. Tapper. Starting Daniel Green up top. But it has not worked out at all. And that's out of play. Shamar Watson, who in the build-up usually goes out to the left back role, pushing Ainsworth more into a left midfielder role. He tried to boot that one down the field with his weaker foot and was wayward. You see the subs warming up, 5 subs total warming up. Looks like Siobhan Chevy Walsh, Nicholas Nelson, Raheem Edwards. I think I saw Shaquille Dyer as well. Don't really see the coach changing anything on his back line, but maybe that's just prepping for taking the lead and locking up shop. Who knows? Or maybe one of the defenders is playing with a little niggling injury. Franco called for a foul for a shielding hand getting too aggressive. King will take the free kick. King taking. I think Nation was not happy with where the ball was spotted. And King doesn't mind taking up some more time. This one's booted upfield. Stein wins the first ball. Well read by Ming. He clears eventually. And good shielding from Watson there. Franco can't get on the end of it. Franco will be disappointed. He's been so quiet tonight. Got into his best position early in this half, and Giovanni Leng to the rescue again. Cut it out. Anglin under pressure. Does win a throw. I think Richter's thought it was already out, but I think Anglin did keep that one in. It must be said as well that it must be some kind of tactical thing that Speed saw to switch Calvin to the left, but he has been so ineffective in attack. You know, part of me just wants to see him go on that right-hand side, if it's even for 10 minutes, just to see if it opens things up at all. Good flick on. Cummins beaten to it by Stein. Fancy feet on the line, keeping it in. Good turn from Busy, but got a foot back in there, the Mount Pleasant player. That was Campbell getting a toe in, and now it's going to be a foul to Cavalier. This is in a dangerous area. Should be played into the danger zone. More than likely to be Busy Atkinson flicking this one inside. And actually it was Clifford Thomas called for the foul. Don't know if it was the initial contact or the second one. All right, this one will be played in. Atkinson. Oh, Richard King had the first goal of the match on his left boot and somehow puts it wide off the near post. He can't believe it himself. I knew it was a dangerous area, and it was Atkinson playing a beautiful curling out from away from the goalkeeper. The run was timed perfectly, and he just fell asleep. Did all the players on the back post. Sule McCullough had no angle to head that ball clear, probably feared an own goal. He left it in the end and hoped no one was there, and Richard King was. And his left foot side-footed attempt goes just inches wide of giving Cavalier the 1-0 lead. And that would have been perfectly to script if Richard King could have put that one in. Tapper looking a little more frustrated by the minute. Still a blank expression, but the arms folded this time. And Rooney does well to win that one from Allen. Rooney does well to beat one into the box. Oh, and he almost beats Bartlett to his near post. What a good try by Anglin. Finally, a bit of quality injected into the game. Good footwork at the edge of the box. Did well to beat. I think it was Christopher Ainsworth he beat with the first move. Put it onto his right foot and blasted it towards the near post. First, he had good strength to dispossess Allen. Then glides past Ainsworth. And Bartlett had to react very fast to keep that out of his near post. I think that's probably Anglin's best attribute as a player to me, when he drives with the football. Ooh. Played back across, McCullough. Ooh, and wow. Mount Pleasant want a handball. The ref sees none. And now Mount Pleasant again. Daniel Green, flicked out by Leng. straight to Franco. Franco handball there, missed by the referee. And now Cavalier will try to transition. Poor pass from Ainsworth. Mount Pleasant do well. Clifford Thomas to the back post. That's a good ball. Daniel Green shows too much of it to King. And that's a wild strike. I think that was Bailey. Yes, it was Bailey coming up from his left back spot. Just didn't have the right angle. He wanted to take the one-time shot badly, but don't think his teammate realized it was him. Didn't put it on his left foot. Had to try to run around it to strike it. And that was looked like it was heading goalwards, but good block there from Cavalier. And it could very well have been a handball to Len, you know. And there's another one on top of the box for Calvin. That was missed by the referee. But good signs for Mount Pleasant here, showing some life finally. As we have a couple of goal mouth opportunities after pretty much none for the first 60 minutes. King going inches wide from a set piece from Busy Atkinson. And then just after that, some good play from Anglin, forced to save from Bartlett, and from the ensuing corner, some more goal mouth action. So probably the most excitement we have seen all match, and long may that continue. I always say the Trelawney Stadium should have been built in Kingston or Portmore to avoid major track and football events clashing. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that would be good. I think that's an issue sometimes too. Like whenever we build anything and it's the new thing, we just overuse it to death, and we don't realize how much we speed up the maintenance on it because we overuse it, and then we don't have the money to maintain it anyway. So stuff. Jamaica suffers from lack of vision and poor leadership. Yeah, I would agree with you there, BM. Did anybody see the South African MP grilling the netball people from South Africa? That was impressive. I did feel bad for the lady, but Jano, it wasn't like he was just, you know, being a jerk. He just was pointing out how crazy everything was. But yeah, it was a nice video. I saw it today. Oh, really? Not good. More opportunity to wreck the pitch. Yeah, exactly. As I said, hopefully they don't have no throws at at racers. Let me know. You know, Jamaica stepping up into the throws from where they, you know, so maybe I have to give the throws opportunities to, you know, make world marks and get ready for the Worlds later this year. Chambers taking a chance but gets rid of it in time. Ming, poor. Celestine does well to win. Now he's cutting inside on his left foot. Good step there from Leng again. Busy over the top, looking for Stein. Right idea, but not quite the right direction on the pass. Chambers bowls it out to Clifford. Clifford under pressure, but does well to just play out of it. It's a good ball from Cummins. Over to Anglin. Anglin barely keeps it in. Finds McCullough. McCullough does foolishness. Good 1-2 from Cavalier. Here's Busy. And good chasing from Anglin. Saving his partner, Sule McCullough. Anglin with the switch. Rush of blood to the head there. Too much power on that one. It's going to be a throw into Cavalier. And that has always been my issue with Anglin. Like, in moments, brilliant. But the consistency of his play just ain't there. Just like an unnecessary. I mean, he had so much time to play that pass a while ago. His man is trying to kick it as hard as he can. Like, just scale back that power sometimes, man. So Raheem Tango Edwards will be the first addition from the bench. Let's see if it's a straight swap. No, it's not. Devontae Campbell is the one sacrificed. So probably Daniel Green will slide out to the left-hand side now. And Raheem Edwards more than likely will take over the striking role. And that's well played by Mount Pleasant clearing. And now can they break? This is Raheem Edwards just entered the pitch. And he's fouled from behind. Got turned around, was facing his own goal. And I think King got him there. Mount Pleasant will reset back to Cummings. McCullough all the way infield from the right back spot. So Ming comes out to his right hand side just to spread the field of play. And now Ming goes long, and that's to his former goalkeeper teammate, Vino Bartlett. Mount Pleasant need to stick to their principles. There's no need to really go direct. I think King and Leng and company would deal with those pretty easily. I think Mount Pleasant need to continue trying to play through the lines, find Thomas and let him start the attacks. King with a giveaway there, kind of complaining at McCleary. I think he was expecting some more movement or a different movement. King wins it back quickly though. Here comes Cavalier over the top. Stein has position on Ming. Lays it off to... Oh, so finally they have put Jalmar Calvin over that side. Well, at least he was over there just now. He's probably switching back now. Busy's out here closest to the left. It's really Richter's and Busy are the ones that mainly switch. Calvin usually stays pretty static wherever he is. He's central now for this long throw. Flicked on well. Ooh, Dwayne Atkinson was lining up for the volley, but it was cleared by a Mount Pleasant defender before he could connect. Yeah, man, long balls. It's not even needed, bro. Neither team is really locking up the middle. So just play football. But the interesting thing that I'm seeing tactically so far since that substitution, Judy looks to be the one closest to the opposing team's goal for Mount Pleasant. Tango is like on the left wing, almost like looks like a straight swap as of now with Campbell. Tapper might be overcomplicating things here a bit. Okay, no, it was just the shape they were in defensively. All right. So Green is out on the left for where Campbell was. That's going to be a foul on the substitute Edwards. Trying to make his mark too aggressively there. And King will take this long one. Probably pump it long into the box. Tapper organizing his troops. Oh, and that's actually a foul on McCleary. McCleary has proven to be quite a valuable asset in the opponent's box these playoffs. I think he has 2 goals in the playoffs. Not known for his scoring, but definitely has a knack for popping up in the box off of set pieces and random counter-attacks. Chris Williams looking on with Dennis Strong. I'm sure Chris Williams would want a few goals here in the next 5 minutes to liven up the atmosphere. Lang in possession. Back to his goalkeeper, Bartlett. Lang will blast it up the pitch. Cut out easily by Bailey. Second ball almost won by Richter's, taken away by Thomas. Now over the top. And Bartlett comes out to win it, but he's out of his goal now. And King does well to mop up and clears it out off of the Mount Pleasant attacker for a throw. It looked like it could have been a situation for Cavalier there, but good recovery in the end. Looks like Jerome McCleary is down. Is that McCleary? Who is that? Yeah, it is McCleary. Tell you, I always mix up him and Calvin, but I saw Calvin drinking some water, so I knew it wasn't him. Oh yeah, that was the first big save. Forgot about that one. Franco. Then the shot from Anglin. Stein has to expect that to get to him. Bartlett claims easily. Rolls it out quickly. Here's Busy. Using his speed well. Change of direction. He's acres of space. That's a brilliant pass through the channel here. Here's Calvin. Being closed down quickly by McCullough. Moves away from him quickly. Busy on the ball. Clips it in. And that's good defending by Cummins. Just wouldn't let him take that one on his chest. Using his strength to push him out the way. Ooh. Handball. Wow. I think that one fell to Edwards. Let's see it again. Judy played it wide to Edwards, and he did not connect with that one. It was on target, but if that was in the corner, it might have rolled in. One of those that could have wrong-footed the goalkeeper, expecting a much harder effort. Bartlett is down. I think this is the third time in the game the keepers have gotten some treatment. So there's Busy wants a penalty, doesn't get it. Now we're going the other way. Good speed. He gets away from King easily. King back now and does well to block the cross. First time Daniel Green got behind anyone. But good recovery. Tough. He got him a little, but I don't know. I don't know if it was enough, quite enough. Ooh, Edwards. Not a full chance, but he got his head to it. Decent delivery as well. Bartlett rolls it to King. King comes wide to the left side to Watson. Watson plays it back to Bartlett. Cavalier just taking out the air out of the game right now. Passes exchange between Watson and Bartlett. Now Bartlett will just boot it upfield. Cummins wins the first ball. McCullough then the second. He's called for a bridge there. Is Calvin. Franco will keep this one in. This could be danger. Running at King. Cuts inside. King did well to block it. And it's eventually cleared to the halfway line. Bailey back to Cummings. And Cummings sends Thomas wide, but he chases that one well. But somehow Johnson Judy on the ball again. Here's Anglin. Back to McCullough. To Anglin. Back to McCullough. McCullough over to Bailey. Bailey leaves it for Thomas. Here's Bailey now going down the left-hand side. Has Daniel Green in the half space. Shot from Green! Ooh, and it's tipped over by Bartlett. I'm pretty sure he'll need treatment again. So the coach has stuck with Daniel Green, hasn't taken him off. And he's repaying him with the last couple of minutes. Had a good run down the left that King was eventually able to recover on. That time, Bailey was on his outside. He came inside. And he went for the curling effort. Really didn't put it far enough to the far post, but it was dipping under the crossbar. And Bartlett did well to just, basically from where he was standing, just jump and tip it over the top. Maybe one for the cameras. Here's Daniel Green. First ball won by King. Cleared now by Allen as well. Chased by Green to keep it in. Green plays it square to Thomas. Thomas applauds the pass. Now a good ball by McCullough. McCullough does well to shield and play it back to Anglin. Anglin whips it into the box. That's cleared by Cavalier. Thomas again off the chest to Bailey. Bailey tries a pass that wasn't on. Cavalier can't break though. It's to McCullough in the center circle. Good ball. Oh, and that was Raheem Edwards with a good run. Could not wrap his foot around that one. That's a good pass by Sule McCullough. And to be honest, Edwards doing a little bit of the running that you see from a more natural striker. I think Daniel Green doesn't quite understand these type of runs when he's playing striker. And it literally was there for him on a plate. I don't think King was close enough to block the shot if he could get it on target. Should really get that one on target though. Speed telling his players to calm. Mount Pleasant getting more and more dominant here, but still no goal to show for it. Leng again with a fantastic challenge. Calvin does well to hold it up in the box, in the center circle, I should say. Played out wide. This is Richter's. Richter's on the ball. Plays it wide to Busy. Busy overlapped by McCleary. Good ball into Calvin. Calvin brings it under control. Played wide. And that ball is blocked. It's going to be a corner kick to Cavalier. Pretty much any team that scores now, not saying it's over, but it really would be quite a blow to the opposition. Yeah, I don't know how they miss, bro. How Richard King still in Jamaica is a mystery. And it's not a mystery to me. They I think at one point there was issues with visa. At another point it was the offers just weren't to the standard that they maybe wanted. Yeah. You just see the tango miss. People smash the like button, smash the like button. Oh, well played by Mount Pleasant, but poor. Judy really hasn't been to the party tonight, it must be said. Oh, good turn in midfield by Allen, I think that was. Now Busy on the ball, did well to shield. Plays it back, and this is better from Cavalier. Good one-touch football, getting up the pitch. And that's a brilliant ball over the top, but it's not angled correctly. Busy had the run on the player. That was Richter's trying to filter that one through. 85th minute of play, still no subs by Cavalier, so Speed is sticking with the 11 he started. Surprised Tapper hasn't utilized his bench more. Has so many quality players on his bench at his disposal. Still only the one substitute so far. Devante Campbell, the casualty. And Tango Edwards moving up front, pushing Daniel Greed wide, which I think, from what I've seen, should have been the damn starting lineup. They've looked a lot more threatening attacking wise with Edwards in the game. Green was there to do a job, but yeah, it was really and truly not working out for him up front. Clifford Thomas will take this one. Oh, well played again. And Busy has the speed. Can he outrun everybody? Wow, good change of direction from Busy. Poor pass though from Stein. And now here comes, and that's a good through pass, but who cut that out again? Giovanni Leng. My gosh, this guy cuts out everything. King going on an amazing run down the right, gets it now to his feet, whipped in. Cummins got lucky with that first touch, went straight to his teammate. Could have gone anywhere. Bailey goes long. And well played by Ainsworth. And both teams, you can see the nerves. Poor pass from Watson. Everybody just needs to calm down. getting a bit too animated and wanted to do things too fast now. Surely it can't be straight to penalties for the final. Oh, Jalen Brunson for 3. 70-70, boy. This game I'm gonna make me get a heart attack and gray hair and all kind of thing. This is well done from Cavalier. Stein trying to draw a foul but doesn't get one. King clears. And it's going to be a foul on... Wow, Leng is called for choking. I guess he was holding the player back from turning. That was him and Edwards in a tussle. And that's the difference when you have someone that wants to play striker. You're going to occupy those players back there, cause mistakes, cause fouls. There's a set piece opportunity. Kimoni Bailey will whip this one in from the left-hand side. Bit deeper, about midway through the half. Let's see what Bailey has to offer here. We're into the final 2 minutes. Bailey into the box. Far post, easily caught by Bartlett, and he bowls it out quickly. Here's Ainsworth down the line. Good pass. Here comes Richters. He plays it down the line. This is Calvin. Ooh, and he took no prisoners there, did Cummins. Really had to ensure he got that one right. If he misses that one, that's definitely going to be a problem. Here's Anglin. Johnson. Been underimpressed with him. He loses the ball again in midfield. How has the coach not taken him off? I don't know. That's flicked to Busy. On his right foot. Does well to beat Bailey. Cuts it back. Ooh, and that could have gotten a touch. Could not find the end of it. Here's Ainsworth now. Can he whip one in? Poor cross. Cleared by McCullough. And what a turn by Franco. Oh, and he beats one again. Here goes Franco now, cutting in field. Good pass. It's touched on to Green. Green to Tango. Tango beats 2, and he's pulled down. I think Jerome McCleary might have made the best yellow card decision of my life. And McCleary was not having it. Now, luckily, Leng was right there on the cover, so it couldn't have been a last man red card. Oh, and Stein went for the flick, and Calvin could not. And that's just good defending in the end. That's Clifford Thomas showing his smarts again, just shielding Calvin from getting a toe on it. Ooh. So just 3 minutes of stoppages. Jeez, on Bartlett, man. Any of them have to bring on Jadine White, them are losing. Any of them have to bring on Jadine White, them are going to lose. I tell you that straight up. People, 3 more for the likes. 3 more. But as time I go by, Mount Pleasant, as I get be a vote, I end the poll. Because I'm not smash the like button, man. I'm too wicked. So who taking it, people? Who taking it? Still Milal, you know. Daniel Green standing over this one. Good ways from goal, but he's looking at it as if he wants to strike it towards the goal. Sometimes as a free kick taker, you don't mind the long distance. You know you can get it up and back down. It's just a matter of getting enough power on it. Could be angling too, but it looks like it's Green based on his focus. Green, who had the power on it, but it was too high. Yeah, I mean, at this stage, one little error can cause the loss. So I think both coaches at this point will say, all right, we could go to the drawing board again. Extra time. So that's full-time people. Nil all, nil all, nil all, nil all. I mean, the man worry too much. You don't worry about nothing. We don't worry about nothing, man. Yeah, man. Anything, just everything going to be fine, man. Almost some miracle and reaching every day. Because it won't be fine unless they put a plan in place for it to be fine. When Inter Miami was forwarding, the place looked green and nice. Yeah, I'm not telling a lie still, the Knicks are play right there, so I want to really watch it. I was kind of hoping somebody would have found a goal in man. But this looked penalty-ish, even though the second half was more open. So hopefully, but then now I'm gonna get the talking to, and it's gonna be about cagey again, But I expect both teams in extra time we get one chance, and we'll just see if either one of them can finish it. Yeah, you never miss by far still. The one where me I say Edward should I get that one target. You never miss by far. I miss by far at MPA look more likely to score. But Cavaliers look like they want penalties. You look friend from Ravel shaking my head. I'm not see about the team. Boy, they go put out them private convoy in the public star. Jano. Which team playing the better football to me? In the second half, Mount Pleasant. Yeah, I think Mount Pleasant played a little better in the second half, but it really wasn't until Raheem Edwards came on. Daniel Green up front wasn't working, and I don't know how the Haitian Judy don't come off yet. He's not really playing well. Who I want to win? I think I want Mount Pleasant to win, to be honest, because like when them win the league so far, I just feel like them deserve to win the title. Nothing against Cavalier or nothing like that, but I just feel like Mount Pleasant over the course of the season deserve to win the trophy. But Cavalier is very, very determined to get the win. So anything can play. Now if you ask me who I think gonna win, boy, I don't know. So one Haitian off, one on. Franco. Time is off now. Angelo Exodus onto the field of play. Where are your answer, Star? Yeah, man, the pitch, it literally looks like they didn't even try. Like, I don't know what they have done to try to prepare this field, but it didn't look like they did anything. They maybe put water in it, that's it. It didn't look like they made any attempt to fill in the brown spots. It even looked heavy. It's not a good look, yo. It ain't good enough. Yeah, it just screams we don't care. We don't care that much. I mean, look at the field looked good for that Inter Miami Cavalier game. Like literally, it might not have played well, but the field looked good. It didn't look like this. It was nowhere near this many brown spots and divots and all those things. I mean, there's like craters out of the pitch. This is a problem. Ooh, wild strike from Anglin. But he can score those. Looks to the heavens. Did not come off the way he wanted at all. Cavalier gonna use up valuable time. They've done this since the first minute. Every throw in, goal kick, corner kick, taking very long. Bartlett eventually will kick. Finally clears it. First ball won by Clifford Thomas. It's gonna be a throw into Cavalier. Ainsworth down the line. Cut out by McCullough. King plays it back to Bartlett. Bartlett under a little bit of pressure. Just goes along. Good flick on, but straight to Cummings. Cummings plays a good ball through the line. This is Daniel Green linking up with Bailey. Bailey goes one time, but way too much power on the pass. It's going to be a goal kick to Cavalier. Lang holding the hamstring there. No, it's got to be close to that spot where what we call the red zone. Pitch is real bad. We're going to play on that June 10th. Yeah, well, look, the field looked like crap before the Inter Miami game. I forget what I was looking at and saw the field. I said, damn, that looked messed up. By the time Inter Miami game forward against Cavalier, the field was decent. So hopefully they care a little bit about Jamaica playing and they just didn't care about the JPL, which is sad. But the hope is that they actually care, or enough people will see this final, and the people who can light a fire under them will. You know what I'm saying? Mount Pleasant's keeper is from Jamaica. And finally, Nicholas Nelson comes on. So I don't know, that's a record for how long a player could stay on and not play nothing. Angle just well again. I'm gonna weave him way into the box star. He's done that a few times tonight. Arnett beat them 4-2. Fixed in time. Yeah, the game, boy. I try to bring some vibes to it, brother, but I can't invent the vibes. Eventually, somebody got to score. A game that remind me of Jamaica Trinidad friendly. Go and watch next year, man. Fourth quarter now too. Man, I'm gonna make me miss out the whole of the game. Rudolph Speed looking pensive on the sideline. Concerned, probably a better word. Exodus might have asked too much of Nelson. No, he controls on the line. Good ball into the center. Anglin tries to slip it through. It's going to squirt out to Green. Poor first touch from Green. And King deals with it. Probably should have just left it to Barkley, to be honest. But now here it comes back at him. Poor layoff there from substitute Nelson. Here's Calvin. Good 1-2 with Ainsworth. And that's a brilliant diagonal, but Stein a little bit behind Stein. And Bailey takes no chances, clearing it out for a throw. Cavalier go quickly. Busy. Tried to filter that down the line, but it's poor. Lane clears. Falls to Anglin. Anglin. Back to Thomas. Thomas looking for a forward pass. Finds one wide to Exodus. Exodus cuts inside. Into Anglin. Back. Poor layoff there for Thomas. And that's a hopeful ball to no one. Cavalier really and truly need to at least hide it a little bit that they're just trying to defend the 0-0. Frustration from Ferguson on the Mount Pleasant bench. And Bartlett will be down till the end of the game. Oh, we're going to fight. Most King day night. So Nelson onto the field of play, not keeping his cool. Don't know who kicked it off, but King is in the middle of it, of course. Let's see what I go on here, so. Oh, Nelson push McCleary. And Nelson just wasn't having no talking to. In the end, cooler heads prevailed, no yellow card shown. But it was a bit of a cheeky play from Nelson. King took offense, made contact with Nelson. So I hadn't seen the initial from King. So King is on the scene first, runs and chest bumps him, and then he holds King by the throat. So a yellow card to Allen and a yellow card to Nelson. And I think King escapes a yellow when he was the initiator, really. Who get yellow just now? Oh boy. I don't want Cavalier to win either. MPA deserve it. I heard one of the commentators said Davis not in the lineup is not for football reasons. And when I heard who they think is the best player in the league. What? It's not for football reasons, then what is it? Football them a play. Oh, this misplayed by Mount Pleasant. Oh, Busy somehow gets on the edge of that one. This is pass to Richter's. Richter's wide to Calvin. Calvin, good overlap. Far post, cut out easily there. And Richter's doesn't understand why he didn't play the overlapping run. But that's almost a goal given up by Mount Pleasant. It was a poorly played attempt at a header. And Busy read it and ran on. So confirmation, Allen did get a yellow. And I think Nicholas Nelson will be the other one. Busy will take this in swinger. Cavalier very dangerous from the set pieces. Let's see. Shaquille Stein will be leaving the field of play. The youngster Jamal Dennis will come on. Atkinson off of Anglin. It's going to be another corner to Cavalier. Mount Pleasant can try to break. They do down the right hand side. Here's Edwards. Edwards back inside. This is Anglin. Anglin to Bailey. Bailey taking on too much, but it goes out to Green. Good reverse pass. Here's Bailey. Well cut out by Cavalier. And they concede a corner. Leng look like he has maybe one more challenge left in him. Man, tired star. Back post. Ooh. I mean, he's upset with himself there. I think there's about a minute left in this first half of extra time. Bailey down on the far side. Channel Star Knicks down by 9. What the fuck? Half time of extra time. Alright, good. Come on, Knicks, man. Make a run, no, man. Please. Yes. Alright, good. Make a little run. Down by 5 now. What is it? Penalties? What is it? Penalties? Davis on the bench. Yeah, me know. Chad James still at Cavalier. Yeah, he's still there. From what I saw in this game, the one player and keeper in the game doing okay. Yeah, he hasn't really been under much pressure, but he's done well what he had to do. Click on the pin link in the comment section. It's 0-0, extra time, 0-0. It's extra time, half time. Leng is like 24, I think, or maybe even 25. He's right at that age where speed usually want to dash for people, you know? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but he don't like players to be over that age. Oh, he's... let me see. He's 23. So he's 23. So he still have a few years to play with Cavalier. He's 23. Yeah, dep on CVM. I'm watching it on Sportsmax app. But you can watch it in the Discord as well. Big up Wagner. I think that's Portuguese, I believe. Jason, it looked like it's the same coaching staff at the NBA that take care of the national team. Yeah, just about. Lamar is over there. I think the goalkeeper coach as well. So yeah, man, it's a big it's a corruption. I don't know which is worse, this final or the Europa League final. Europa League final is pretty bad. And I guess because I was expecting more, even though the two teams lame, I still was expecting more from that game. So this is football terrorism. In a KFC, I wait for a 3-piece chicken meal for I know. Yo, KFC don't eat no normal, you know, bro. Man say, oh, am I wait for a 3-piece? A chicken that must taste good if you wait so long, brother. It's a long time to wait, you know, man. 1 hour. Just dead, eh? It's a good thing the game will go on because some serious cussing you do right now. Damn, stretch all up on the field, how we going? So which player that? Oh, the man that breed so. How we going? Which player that? I hope I'm not busy, you know. Because every time Jamaica go for play and the man get called him injured. Who the on the ground, people? Let me know. Yeah, man. Friday and a holiday Friday at that. Jeez. Coming like the worst combination. Yo, please tell me. Say, I hope it's not. I don't want anybody to be injured, but is it busy? You know, hope he's not busy, you know, man. Cheese and peas, man. Journal Star. I just know say this man wouldn't get through the game, you know. I swear this man have the worst luck when it come on to Windows, you know, man. At some point you have to stop call it luck, you know. And maybe the man body just set a certain way to break down. Or I shouldn't say luck, stop call it unlucky. You know, but it's serious, man. Oxygen and them something there. I worry you, man. People, can you please tell me what happened to the man? The people them a move really frantic with him over there, you know, man. Oxygen and beer things. Corey Goat Cup. Wow. Yeah, fatigue, speed, burnout. Yo, bro, what happened to the man? Him just collapse on the field or him get hurt or is a tackle to him that? Like, what happened? Come me take my eye off of the thing for a second and look on the next game. When I look back, I see somebody on the ground with stretcher, oxygen, and beer things. But Indiana well want to win the game, you know, man. Them now make no free throw. All right. Daniel Green, McCleary again, man. McCleary is such a good player, bro. What an improved player. I think it really don't translate to anything above the JPL, but he's a solid JPL player. So for the first time, Calvin will be on this right side, but he has earned a free kick. And this time last season, the future of Jamaica's midfield, Adrian Reed, just entered the field of play, subbing on for Busy. So Ainsworth the left footer, Reed the right footer. Reed will take this one. Good ball, but well defended. Here's into the box. Ooh, Dennis couldn't get on the end of it. Damn, I couldn't score a while ago, man. Knicks down 6. Just have to keep being down. Poor strike from distance. Oh my gosh. How do you not finish that, man? Bro, just drop the ball in the basket, no? What the hell? Oh my gosh, how you let this little small dude do that to you, man? Sure. Long ball. Nothing. How much time would I think I say long ball tonight? On a serious level. Anglin again, driving forward. Good ball wide to Green, but McCleary again, man. He's 1v1 defending. He just has this way to anticipate the player's touch. I see him do it too many times now to think it's just buck up. Like the man literally work on that. And pounce on the player first touch. Dennis is a strong young youth, you know, man. Build like a tank. Jesus. Bro, you cannot. Brunson cannot play defense. That's the weakness. Man cannot play defense. Like I play with one less defender every play. No, him not go pass the ball, you know. This whole quarter, we're just down by 5, down by 6, down by 7 every damn time. I get slapped in the head a while ago. Foul on Leng, yellow card. Anglin will take this one. In swinger, this would be really cruel to either team to lose now. Anglin, that's too high, but Bartlett has to deal with it, tip it over the bar. Don't think he wanted that one that close to Bartlett, but now Bartlett is of course down. Anytime he has to make a save, he's injured every time. Every time I watch this team, this is how it happens. Jeez, man. So is clot star. I mean, even think the Knicks would have done that this bomber clot. Yeah. Sure. Down by 9. So, and this whole time, this man just sit down on the bench and not play. Our coach is a madman. Alex Xavier Gooden on for McCleary. Gooden might be taking a penalty, maybe. He's a decent dead ball kicker still. Nilal. People can probably leave during the game. I didn't see what happened float. I don't know. Been watching for less than 5 minutes and I know I'm gonna see 2 passes string between. 2 side, pure long ball, big kick. Yeah. Let me tell you, say, JPL improve a lot, you know? Yeah, penalties. They say you can't, yeah man, JD drive hours for the chicken. Travis stand up in there hour for the chicken. Come on, Brunson. Please, man. Do something mad no, man. Our time for come back and win a bombard game now. We need a stop right here, though, badly. Bro, what kind of defense is this? Miss. Jesus. That's why you're on the bench 32, because you don't rebound when you're in the game. Pass the ball, Jay. You don't have to shoot again. What Brunson want to get off? Yeah, bro. It's been like that since, ever since me know Jaden White to play football. I saw the man belly big, bro. Even when he was making national teams, I used to say, them not say this man out of shape. I tell you, when them have a player and it's for them project, them overlook everything. When them take out Tafari if we bring on Shaq1, Tafari can't believe it too, watch him. Bex. Man say, look how I get to all the way to Yasso. No want to take me off. Yeah, that must be frustrating as a keeper, bro. You play the whole life playoffs. You get to the penalty shootout in the finals, and you take me off. I guess Shaq1 better against penalties in training or something. Clearly, this was pre-planned. Oh, good jump. So Chad James is on. Who is left to take penalties for Cavalier? Chad James. I think Richter's still on. He'll definitely take one. King will take one. And there it is. There it is, people. Penalty kicks, penalty shootout. Will decide. Yeah. Them change the keeper. Then bring on Shaquan Davis. Well, let's see. Number 5 that. Dog, the man them miss and we can get the rebound star. That's a push off, bro. The man been doing that all series. Sure. 34 seconds. Knicks down 3. Come on, Brunson. Don't pass the ball in the youth. Your time this, All right. Good screen. Jano referee. Why the man can just do anything to my baller? Good pass. Good pass. I'll take it. All right, 14 seconds. We're down one. Just foul. Just foul. All right, try steal the ball for it. Oh, you bitch ass referee. Yeah, it was a foul still. Man, hold him shirt. So we're gonna take the penalty shootout, people. Yeah, me see it, Travis, me see it. One Cavalier. All right, son say Cavalier, I take it. Oh, Mr. One, you know, pony. Mr. One, you know, batty boy. Come, miss. Miss. Jeez, I'm not brother, you know, miss a shot for 2 games in a row. Them going to foul. They're going to foul. Why not going to foul? Fuck. Lose 2 games at home. One more ass. Cause blood clot. Yeah, bro. They must say the place empty, but a decent little crowd in the bleachers, man. Grandstand not perfect, but and the grandstand don't look empty either. Now that me I see it like from a wide angle. I think more people over bleachers though. Yeah, see bleachers decent. So let's see which keeper will be the hero, which players will be the hero. Let's see. So it looks like Richard King taking the responsibility of the first penalty. Nah, tell a lie still, you know. The way we not talk about Jadine White look, Shaquan Davis look like him about couple 3 piece away from that, you know. So it looks like Cavalier will be kicking first, and Richard King taking the responsibility, the captain, to take the first penalty. Richard King, brilliant. Good penalty. Struck that one clean. Raheem Edwards, a little wayward with the shooting since today's game. Had one really good opportunity. Another one fell to his left foot that he didn't catch cleanly. Let's see if he can focus and strike it clean to the target here. Edwards versus Bartlett. Slow run up. Here's Edwards. Brilliant penalty. Sends Bartlett to the wrong side. Closed his foot at the last second to put it to the keeper's right. And that's 1-1 in the shootout early. King used to go Clarendon College. Yeah, very good penalty. They play extra time already, Peter Mystic. Yeah, but just see the grandstand that look empty neither. Float, you were wrong, my bro. It was a good penalty, yeah. Here's Christopher Ainsworth now. Only 19 years of age, but definitely experienced campaigner. And a yellow card to Davis for the gamesmanship, taking 10 years to get into the goal. Let's see if any of this works for them. Shaquan Davis looking to save. Here's Ainsworth, and that's sent over the bar, leaning way too far back. And Ainsworth can't believe it. Went for the roof and did not execute that time. Just not the right technique there. I mean, was hit way too low on the football. And it just skied over the bar. Speed has not really moved. Same expression. Ainsworth still getting high fives from his team. They know that the shootouts are not a sprint. Here's Nelson now. Can Bartlett save the day? And he can't. Nelson with good technique there, the stuttered run up. I still don't understand the actual rule for the start and stop run up. I feel like no one ever gets called out on it. But Nelson used it to his advantage that time. So two substitutes with the first two kicks for Tapper, Raheem Edwards and Nicholas Nelson, and they both dispatched theirs. Interestingly, Cavaliers 2 penalties going for the roof of the net. One perfectly on target, the other one flying over. Mount Pleasant basically with 2 low attempts, and they are 2 for 2. Here's Adrian Reed now. Competent dead ball taker. So let's see what he has here. Subbed on in extra time. And that's brilliant from Reed. Looks like he just went behind the middle, behind the dive of Shaquan Davis. Goes forward with Vino Bartlett before heading back to his teammates. Yep, just went down the middle. He dove to his right, and the ball was behind him, straight into the goal. Now, Deshaun Anglin had a decent game tonight, it must be said. Driving forward from midfield on a few occasions, took one of the better shots of the game. That had to be saved near post. But can he convert from the penalty spot? Here is Anglin. Can he keep his head? And he just decides to roll it into the goal very calmly. And the Mount Pleasant fans erupt in the stands. So that's 3 from 3 for Mount Pleasant. Do 3 rounds of kicks. It is 3 to Mount Pleasant and 2 to Cavalier. Big up, Conrad. People, please do smash the like button. Over 84 of you in the building. I don't think we're anywhere close to the 100 likes as yet, which is kind of unacceptable if you ask me. Here is Chad James, and that's a brilliant penalty. Wow. So for the third time, the Cavalier players go for the roof, and they're successful again this time. But that's 3 converted from 4 attempts. Quite the animated run-up by James, but the execution, brilliant. Davis tried to feint to the side, he put it, and then dive the other way, but James was fully focused on his spot, didn't care about what the keeper was doing. And now here's Captain Fantastic, the most recent addition to the Unity Cup roster, Sule Makala. Based on Busy's end to the game, we'll probably need to see some more additions, at least one. Here's Makala. And he puts it over the bar. It was a tired attempt. It's almost as if he tried to place it with his instep into the goal, and all he succeeded in doing was blasting it over the bar. That was poor. So the 2 misses in this shootout, we can't even credit Bartlett or Davis. It's just been terrible attempts. That might have been even worse than Ainsworth. At least Ainsworth technique, you could see where it could work. I don't see how what Sule just did would ever work. He basically tried an instep drive, but didn't really drive the ball. He just kind of hit it with no follow through, and it just flew over the bar. Now here's Xavier Gooden. I am to believe that this was a sub for this shootout. So let's see how this works out for Mr. Speed here. Gooden goes down the middle again, and he goes behind the dive of Shaquan Davis. So now the biggest pressure penalty of the shootout will now arrive. It's the 5th and final attempt for Mount Pleasant, and it can only be converted for the shootout to continue. Let's see who will have the huge pressure on them to convert this penalty. Davis will be thinking, if I had just stood still the last 2 times, we'd be done with this game already. But everybody's a genius after you see it. And here's Daniel Reggie Boo Green. Oh my gosh. Come on, Green. I actually like you as a baller, man. You don't make it be the end. Daniel Green, slow run up, and it's converted well. I haven't seen Bartlett really dive for a penalty yet. He just kind of goes to that side, usually on his feet by the end of it, which is weird. Nicholas Nelson just consoling Sule Makala, telling him, hey man, we got you, my brother. It's not over yet. So we'll go into sudden death now. 6th kickoff for both teams. Miss you out, make you. And Giovanni Leng been struggling with cramp in his hamstring. Let's see if he has enough to take a good penalty. And he also went for the roof of the net and converted it beautifully. That was basically King's penalty all over again. 5-4 now after the 6th shot for Cavalier. So another pressure-packed penalty for the Mount Pleasant kicker. Last time it was Daniel Green. Let's see who is left. I mean, Clifford Thomas hasn't taken a shot yet. Perhaps it could be him. But let's see. It's not Clifford Thomas. It is Fitzroy Cummins. So the central defender here to take his penalty. Bartlett trying to act like he's showing which say he's going to go. Here's Cummins. Oh, and Bartlett got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to keep it out. No celebration really from Cummins. I know when he heard and saw the hands of the goalkeeper get to that, he's ready to turn around in despair. But it's off the hands and in. And even to this, even now, Cummins hasn't looked up. He knows he got away with one there. And it's almost like Bartlett didn't quite believe that he was going to go that way. If he had fully committed, he would have saved it, I think. Now here's Jamila Richter's quiet game offensively, but I think he did do a job tactically for speed tonight. Let's see if he can convert. Cultured left foot. Oh, and Davis almost figured out they're all going to the straight now. That trailing leg almost kept it out, but that makes it 6-5 after Cavalier's 7th penalty. And again, Mount Pleasant behind the 8 ball with another pressure-packed penalty. And Davis that time didn't commit to the dive as much, so his legs were still there. And luckily, it just skims the underside of that left foot off the ground and into the roof of the net. I think Richter's as well knows he might have gotten away with one. Here is Clifford Thomas now. Thought he would take the last one. Takes this one, and Vino Bartlett has done it again. Vino Bartlett has done it again. Rudolph Speed and Cavalier have done it again, people. They have held out Mount Pleasant for 90 plus 30 minutes and then held their nerve better in the shootout. Bartlett came close the last time to stopping it. This time off his hands, off the post and out. And cruel this game of football. It was Clifford Thomas who ends up missing that penalty. And Sule McCullough in the center circle is stunned. But again, Cavalier go back to back in the Jamaica Premier League. What a feat. Wait, no. Is which year Mount Pleasant win? Last year? Or which year Mount Pleasant did win? Tapper has not moved from his seat yet, or Andrew Sewell, the goalkeeper coach. Wow, Tapper job not safe. I mean, he made some questionable personnel decisions today. Thought he took too long to take off people. But boy, that would be rough if they fired this man after this season we have. That's really bad. That's crazy. Clifford Thomas in tears. Well, good thing for Clifford, you know, if the Mount Pleasant fans ever cuss him, you don't really know what they're saying, so it's fine. Kyle Ming down on the field. Probably hurts him even more. His former team. He has to watch them celebrate tonight. So the Mount Pleasant brass probably headed down to the pitch to congratulate and, well, not congratulate, to, you know, speak to their players, let them know they're still proud of them. That is probably the toughest way to lose a final, I would think. Either this or a last-minute goal. But the penalties, you know, such a roller coaster of emotion. But Cavalier, as I said, held their heads better, and they go home with the Jamaica Premier League crown. Rudolph Speed and coaching technical staff all smiles.
What's going through his mind right now, Shaquan Davis? A solitary figure in the penalty area.
So the people, I must say,
They also need to be consoled.
they fired him last year. It wasn't really firing, you know. It was not firing still. It was a money thing. Better team last, but was outdone by the better coach. Nobody can this speed now. JPL title, CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, second JPL title as well. Actually, third. As they won the COVID, they won. I can't remember. Was it last year or the year before they won? I don't remember, bro. I feel like it was Mount Pleasant last year. Like we just got. I don't know who speed I work with, but I need his luck. Now you make your own luck sometime, man. Can't this. Football is what have you done for me lately? For real. I want to know speed over, man. McCullough dash for the game. Yeah, it was on his foot at that moment for real. I can put that away. It's pretty much done.
They always end up getting that victory. And Sule McCullough, one of the most prominent players in Mount Pleasant history.
Just poor technique by McCullough, man. Just didn't believe in the technique he was using. And Thomas tried to aim that penalty, to be honest. You could see he's not really a natural penalty taker per se. And Bartlett just read him because it wasn't terrible direction on the kick. But Bartlett was selling out pretty early on most of the penalties. I don't think he trusts his spring to dive for the ball. So he was taking 1-2 steps to one side to get closer to that side. And he did that with that last shot as well. Able to get a hand to it in the end. Big up to all the people I'm still taking in the game. But I'm going to end the stream in the Discord right now, people. And it's live at 2:30 a.m., 3:30 Eastern Caribbean time on Sportsmax. Yes, people. So, what can we say? Can't chat to Mr. Speed again. Congrats to Cavalier and Mr. Speed, their third JPL title under his tutelage. 2 in the last 3 years as well. Yeah, it's like he tried to use a technique where he's supposed to just drive the ball and him try to do it like a soft way. You can never instep soft. It's too difficult because what ends up happening is you probably don't follow through fully. And usually when you abbreviate your follow through, the ball tend to fly on you. So yeah, I just think he messed up for sure. He wanted to aim it a bit too much. Got to give Speed his credit. He's the better coach tactically. He definitely had a good game plan. I mean, I thought where he played Calvin in the game kind of made it harder for him to be effective at attacking. But he basically, he had a tactical setup that kept them pretty much in a great defensive shape. And while the transition game wasn't as potent or deadly, I feel like that spell of the second half when they had a few chances, they still could have won the game outright. That one little period of the game when Edwards came on, so the first 10-15 minutes Edwards was on, was probably the most likely Mount Pleasant look to score all game. And I think the biggest thing you can say about Speed and his tactical decision making today is, we've seen this Mount Pleasant team carve out chances left, right, and center against teams. It just was not the case today. I think that, like I said, there was that 10-15 minutes when they freshened it up front. Daniel Green went out to the left and caused some problems. But other than that little time there, it was really a pretty even football game, to be honest. I mean, one team definitely looked to be more on the front foot, but that was to be understandable based on the fitness level, the amount of depth that Mount Pleasant have compared to Cavalier. So he did a game plan that made the game quite boring as a spectacle, but it really probably was his only chance to win. People now giving Speed credit for winning Bush League. He won the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. Rate him then. Well, him get the ratings already. Cavaliers win last year. MPA win. Okay, that's right. It was Trevante Stewart year before him gone. Yes, because I don't know why I want to give Mount Pleasant a back-to-back when them just lose in the final last time. Tapa need to go Mr. Speed classes and coaching. Last time it was penalties too, wasn't it? Yeah, the same. Yeah, we might talk about with the execution. Yeah, Speed play for Pence all game. Vino dropped down about 100 times. It wasn't just Vino, brother. It's 2 minutes into the game, bro, and them get a throw in on the right. I'm see Len go over there. The man have a ball in the man, and the man go for the next ball. The man have a ball. Him drop the ball, go on like him drop it. Then him ask the brother to throw the other one. Then him start go for the other one. Him take time kick off the second one. Look on the ref here, and then goes off about 5 minutes, and then throw it. I said, John Star, so the man them are going in the first minute. My gosh, even if Mount Pleasant by the entire Cavaliers team, Speed will still find a way to beat them. Top coach in Jamaica, Speed have him CONCACAF A license. Yes, he does. I think he's working on his pro actually, if I'm not mistaken. People, I'm gonna do one last likes check, because the people them tune in and show the support the right way. But brother, man, them going like the like button is a disease. Man, thump up that like button, man. Anyway, people, can't even get excited, Star, cause damn Knicks lose again, Star. No, sir, be a message on my phone and troll me, Star. Can't bother with it, man. One of my team them can't just win, Star. Like, I'm such a good fan. Like, I'm one of the best fans. Like, give me that joy of winning the damn game. And the thing is, with the Knicks, I know that every damn fan that's not a Knicks fan is happy. Because I don't know why I always pick the teams where people hate. Knicks and Arsenal barely win anything, yet still people hate them. Wanna worry about blow. Wanna worry about blow, what name that? Why not worry about Knicks and Arsenal when we never win nothing yet? Just allow we make we have a little fun, brother. The other day, I see people are cussed because the man them a celebrate beating Boston. I said to myself, John Star, why the man them can't celebrate? But people, Speed did it, bro. Speed did it, bro. Gonna stop fight out Speed, man. The man I tried telling us say him have the thing lacking, I don't know what I believe. Pleasant finishing was poor. Yeah, in that stretch where they had the better of the game, it was not good enough for sure. Cavalier coaching staff and players were all on the same level, playing for penalties. Mount Pleasant captain, I don't think he's a footballer. What I think he is? Year before, yeah, it was a year before. June 7th and 10th, he will get the wins. Please God. Yes, he full of himself. Football is pasting him. I have a strong feeling the Reggae Boys will make you proud. Peter Mystic, float management, please. Maybe God doesn't say I can't have too many wins and he might give it all the winnings with Jamaica. That would be nice. I really want us to go to the World Cup so badly, man, because I'm definitely going to the World Cup, And I'd rather plan all my World Cup games around where Jamaica playing than just go to some games. So please, Jamaica, I'm begging you. Cavalier needs to go further in the Champions League next season. Boy, it's going to be tough, BM. First and foremost, I think the main thing they have to do is try to win the Caribbean Cup again, because you see the benefit of going straight to that round of 16 match, It's definitely important to skip out the first round. And yeah, if it is them again who make it that far, then they experienced last year will make it even better. But I think honestly, what I would love to happen next year is that they don't put the Jamaica teams all in the same zone, or at least not Cavalier and Mount Pleasant, and they could have a final in the Caribbean Cup. That would be nice. Then that way you get two teams going to the Champions Cup, because the losing finalists go as well. Wait, do they? I think Cibao was also in it, but they just start from the round before. Pretty sure that's how it go. Speed tell the captain, kick with the pen, and he will get to go to the... Yo, DJ Gigs, you figure it out, bro. You figure it out. But they put the contract on the table yesterday. All right. We'll add it to the Unity Cup. But after my kill off the game and 0-0 nil all, just make sure you kick with the penalty. The game was at the stadium, and not official reports, but the commentator said he would suggest about 15,000. So about a little less than half the capacity. I had guessed earlier that's about 10 to 12. But yeah, I'm sure that will come out eventually. But depends who you ask, because normally organizers tend to balloon those numbers out. I don't know why, because to me it would make the people that you owe money to want their money. So I would just tell them nobody never go. MPA needs some coaches, enough of Tapper. You know, Tapper pretty much did all the right things all season. Even in the SemiFinal, I thought he made some good adjustments. But today, I thought he was too reluctant to change things. I didn't see, I've seen Johnson Judy play a few times now. And while I don't think we've seen the best of him in the JPL, today he was anonymous. He just didn't have it today. And, you know, he could have easily brought on Edwards earlier, put Green. You know, I would have done a double switch earlier. Johnson and Campbell out, and I would have brought on Nelson and Edwards. But I would have done it to give them a full 30 minutes or so in the second half. Because that's when they really started to play better, when Edwards was the focal point and Green moved out to the left. So according to DJ Gigs, speed is the Suge Knight of Jamaica football. It's going to be like Mission Impossible without Ravel, but I hope we make it though. I need some new jerseys and memories, for real. Edwards was struggling all postseason. Yeah, he was, you know, with the finishing, but I think his movement and his just overall forward play made their overall gameplay better. Yeah, because I was surprised when it was Daniel Green, because I'm like, if it ain't Edwards, it's going to be Walsh. No, Walsh looked injured, honestly. So I was surprised he wasn't even getting game, because he didn't look like he was fit. Cavalier all out for the penalties. Nil all it ended, and then Cavaliers won, what was it, 7-6 in pens? Or 6-5? Yeah, 6-5. But people they don't know, you know, 70 over there we could have hold a reasoning, but I've been doing some long shows from where they are, some tired people. But listen, please do smash the like button. The goal on the video was to get to 100. I really don't know why we couldn't reach there, because we had more than enough people in the building during the show. But it looks like we're gonna fall just short. But let me just double check, because I know people been forwarding since the game done. So please, people, if you haven't already, please do hit that smash up that like button. Yeah, we have about 24 likes to the 100, so it would be a bit of a stretch to get all the way there. But 18 to go now, people. Please smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. Omar Fowler said the game was not entertaining for me. No, I would agree. Look, Speed was telling you. He was telling you what it was going to be. He said they're the overwhelming favorites. We are the big underdogs. Anytime you hear a coach saying that, just know that they're coming to play defense first. And Speed did that, and he wasn't afraid to do it. Mucked up the game, slowed the game down. I thought they had transition opportunities throughout the game that they didn't even go for, because they just wanted to keep it, you know, on a level. Just wanted to keep Mount Pleasant at bay. And the strategy worked, people. They didn't get a goal. They kept a clean sheet. He mentioned in the pregame that, you know, if he can keep the game close towards the end, then he feel like they have a good chance. And, you know, he didn't say he was playing for penalties, but it sure looked like it in parts of that extra time. And his team repaid him and got him another JPL crown as well as themselves. So second back-to-back for Cavaliers. It's a dynasty at this point, right? 3 finals in a row, 2 of them emerging victorious. CONCACAF Caribbean Cup holders currently as well. So definitely Cavaliers doing their thing. should get some big points as well winning the final. So Cavaliers moving on up in the rankings in Jamaica. But yeah, game wasn't entertaining. I feel like this Charlton guy gonna make some big changes. Yeah, well, hopefully the Charlton guy, one of the big changes he make is to like bring a groundskeeper with him to every match. Cause trust me, I feel it. I must want bird him did a kick for and not the goal. Souley. Speed is the best coach in Jamaica. Yeah, can't argue that fact. Cannot argue that fact. The best coach that's reside on the island, live on the island for sure. Rudolph Speed. Congratulations to Cavalier. Yep. You can never blame the other team if you lose on penalties because it means you had 120 minutes to beat them and you didn't. That is true. That is true, Peter Mystic. Yeah, I don't think I hope that Tapper doesn't come out and one team wanted to play and one team didn't want to play. Like, no, don't be like that. Yeah, when you look at the players them have, it's like, yo, I think all of his players are just underrated because he looks at different metrics, I think, than some other coaches. Because besides Overy and Busy, he has a lot of robotic players on his team, like very, very rigid, simple, long, but them all run, them all fight, them all tactically aware. So yeah, I mean, he trains them well. No frills, just real even keel, and I think that translates to the players. Even when Ainsworth missed the penalty, he didn't really have a reaction at all. So, I think that's something that good coaches are able to have that Zen-like mentality no matter what. And he definitely has that quality. I must say, when you see him on the sideline, doesn't get too up, doesn't get too down, yeah. Which team got the most clean chances in the game? Mount Pleasant. Cavalier had the chance for King from the set piece. That was probably their clearest chance on the back post. But Mount Pleasant had a few. Edwards threw on his right foot. There's another one Edwards got into the box, but he never caught it correctly. Then the goal mode scramble when Souley took the shot, angling near post. Yeah. So the only quote I know of in the JPL is you cannot have more than 6 players on your team sheet for any given game. They were way down in the league table and ready to win despite not getting a bag of high-profile players. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Did it like Barcelona, bringing players from the academy? All right, 14 likes to the 100 people. Respect for smashing it up a few times. But people, I'm not going to stay just forget the 100 likes. I'm tired. As I said, I'm do some marathon show. But tomorrow night, people, all the EPL fans, you don't know, we're back in the building with some EPL preview content. We know the last day of the season kind of mad out because it's really just the top 5 going on. But we're still going to be here. We're going to do some predictions as well. And have to think outside the box because certain teams, them already in Dubai vacationing, basically in their minds. So, yeah, I think there should be some shocking ones. So if you can win this week, I think Duke, you should play because you are a madman and your madness might actually work this week. Okay, but I can't blame the coach for the players making wild kicks. That's true. Yo, Jordan. See ya celebrate like crazy today because Florian Wirtz headed to Anfield. Just know say the transfer not done yet, youth. I joke. Look like definitely will not get him still. Good business in that do already. Anyway, people, big up on yourself, At the end of each and every stream on the channel, you'll hear me say these words. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And I guess in honor of the winner tonight, come on, you Cavaliers and Speed. Big up on yourself, people. Until next time, we're out.